Welcome to the iRogya Wellness Podcast, your quick guide to a healthier life. In each episode, we'll explore practical tips and insights to help you on your journey to optimal health and well-being. Let's dive in.
Okay, so you're here to really get a handle on this LIMU lean burn stuff, specifically like how thermogenesis and fat burning actually work with it. You sent us some really interesting stuff, and I think we can jump right into it.
Yeah.
And really get into how it affects your body. We've already covered what's in it and the benefits in a previous deep dive.
Yeah.
So this is like the how. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The materials that you provided really give a good scope from the general idea of fat burning to how the ingredients of LIMU lean burn play a role in this. It's fascinating stuff.
So when we say fat burning, I mean what's actually going on in our bodies, and why should you care?
Well, basically, fat burning is your body's way of breaking down stored fat and then using that as energy.
Okay.
And this is really essential for weight management and your overall metabolic health. It's like this: when you consume more calories than you burn, your body stores the excess energy as fat.
Okay.
So fat burning is that process of tapping into that reserve and converting it to usable fuel.
Oh, so it's like our body has this little energy bank and fat burning is like making a withdrawal.
Exactly.
Okay, but how does that happen, like on a cellular level?
So your primary energy source comes from glucose,
Okay.
which fuels cellular respiration in the mitochondria, which are the powerhouses of the cells, you know?
Right.
So when glucose levels get low, your body has to access stored energy,
Right.
and that's the fat.
Okay.
So it breaks down the fat into free fatty acids, and then those enter the mitochondria to go through a process called beta oxidation.
Beta oxidation.
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
Which is the conversion of fat reserves into that usable energy currency, which is ATP.
Right. ATP, that's the energy currency.
Yes.
Like the small bills our body uses for everything.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Okay, cool. So now we're talking about hormones.
Yes.
And I know that hormones are like sending signals throughout the body all the time. So how do those play a role in deciding when we burn fat?
Hormones are key regulators here. So you have something like insulin. Insulin acts as a stop signal for fat breakdown.
Okay.
When your blood sugar levels are high, that means you have plenty of energy available, right? But on the flip side, when your blood sugar drops, glucagon steps in and promotes the use of stored glucose or glycogen
Okay.
and fat for energy.
Okay.
So then you also have adrenaline,
Right.
and that surges when you're exercising or stressed.
Okay.
And that helps to release fatty acids from those fat cells so they can be burned.
Gotcha.
And then lastly, you have leptin, which signals fullness,
Okay.
but it also encourages your body to burn more calories.
Wow.
So it's a very dynamic hormonal balancing act
Yeah.
that influences when and how much fat we burn.
That's so interesting. Okay, now, I've heard of different types of fat, like subcutaneous and visceral.
Yes.
Is there a difference in how our body burns them?
That's a good question.
And should we be concerned about one over the other?
So subcutaneous fat is the layer of fat just beneath your skin.
Oh.
It's the one you can pinch.
Okay.
And visceral fat is stored deeper,
Oh.
like around your organs in the abdominal cavity.
Okay.
So your body can access both for energy. But visceral fat is associated with more health risks,
Okay.
like heart disease and type 2 diabetes.
Gotcha.
So even though both are broken down in similar ways, managing that visceral fat is usually more important for your health.
Okay.
And it's worth noting that the types of fats we eat, saturated, unsaturated, and trans fats,
Yeah.
all have different effects on our health, but they're all burned in similar ways
Okay.
once they're stored.
That makes sense. Okay, so we've covered fat burning. Let's talk about thermogenesis. This is like heat production, right?
Yeah, you got it. Thermogenesis is that process where your body burns calories to produce heat.
Okay.
And it can actually increase your body temperature.
Wow. So our bodies are constantly burning energy to stay warm, even internally.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Okay, and the material you went through mentions different types of thermogenesis, like BMR, EIT, and DIT. Can you break those down?
Sure. So your basal metabolic rate, or BMR, is the amount of energy your body needs when it's at rest
Okay.
to do the most basic functions like breathing and keeping your heart beating.
Good.
And that's actually the largest portion of your daily calorie expenditure.
Really?
Yeah, about 60 to 70%.
Wow.
And things like your genetics, age, sex, weight, height, and muscle mass all affect that.
Okay.
Then there's exercise-induced thermogenesis, or EIT,
Right.
which is simply the extra calories you burn when you're physically active,
Oh.
whether it's a walk or a workout.
Gotcha.
And then lastly, there's diet-induced thermogenesis, or DIT,
Okay.
which is the temporary increase in metabolic rate after you eat.
Okay.
And interestingly, protein and fiber actually have a higher thermic effect than fats or carbs.
So like if we're choosing our activities or what we're eating, we can influence how many calories we're burning.
Exactly.
But how does this all contribute to weight loss?
Well, the thermogenesis increases your overall energy expenditure. Okay.
So when you're producing more heat, you need more fuel.
Okay.
And that usually comes from your stored fat.
Okay.
So enhancing thermogenesis is kind of like encouraging your body to burn more calories, even when you're not being active.
Gotcha.
And some studies even show that ingredients like green tea extract can actually help with weight management because of this.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that brings us to LIMU LEAN BURN and how it specifically uses thermogenesis and fat burning.
Right.
The research highlights some key natural ingredients.
Yeah. And that's where the formulation of LIMU LEAN BURN gets really strategic.
Okay.
It's designed to enhance those natural metabolic pathways through a really targeted blend of ingredients.
Okay.
So let's start with green tea extract.
Okay.
It's very well regarded in weight management because it has these compounds called catechins,
Mm-hmm.
and the most notable one is EGCG. And research has shown that these catechins boost metabolism,
Okay.
potentially by increasing the activity of some enzymes that are involved in fat breakdown.
They also promote fat oxidation,
Okay.
which is when your body actually uses fat for energy,
Mm-hmm.
and it can even increase your levels of norepinephrine,
Okay.
which is a hormone that plays a big role in mobilizing fat stores for burning.
Okay.
Plus, it's a powerful antioxidant.
Right, so it's working on multiple levels.
Exactly.
Okay, what about the natural caffeine in LIMU LEAN BURN?
So natural caffeine is a stimulant.
Right.
That affects your central nervous system.
Okay.
And it's been shown to increase your metabolic rate so you burn more calories at rest.
Okay.
Additionally, it can help with lipolysis.
Lipolysis.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is breaking down fat cells so those fatty acids can be used as energy.
Okay.
And similar to the green tea extract, caffeine can also stimulate thermogenesis
Okay.
by increasing the release of adrenaline,
Okay.
which again promotes fat breakdown and energy expenditure.
So those two work together.
They do.
Okay, cool. So another ingredient that's mentioned is CLA, conjugated linoleic acid. What does that do?
So CLA is a naturally occurring fatty acid.
Okay.
And research suggests it plays a role in energy production and fat metabolism.
Okay.
So it's believed to help with fat burning by increasing calorie expenditure, helping break down fat cells,
Yeah.
and possibly enhancing the body's ability to actually use fat for fuel.
Wow.
Some studies also show it might preserve lean muscle mass
Okay.
during weight loss, which is good for your metabolism.
Cool. Okay, so then there's L-theanine.
Yes.
I usually hear about that in terms of relaxation and focus.
Right.
So how does that work in something that's supposed to help with thermogenesis and fat burning?
It seems counterintuitive, right?
Yeah.
Well, L-theanine is known for its calming effects and helping you focus without those jitters you can get from caffeine.
Right.
So it seems strategic to have it in LIMU LEAN BURN.
Okay.
Research shows it can lessen some of those negative side effects from caffeine,
Okay.
like anxiety and restlessness,
Okay.
which can lead to smoother, more sustained energy.
Oh, okay.
And by helping manage stress and keeping you calm, it might also indirectly support healthy metabolic function because chronic stress is bad for weight management.
Right, so it's all about balance.
Exactly.
Okay, and the articles mention B vitamins. What
Yes.
do those do?
B vitamins are really important for all sorts of metabolic processes in your body.
Okay.
They act as coenzymes and help convert food into energy.
Okay.
So they're super important for carb, fat, and protein metabolism.
Yep.
They make sure those energy pathways are running smoothly. So basically, B vitamins help the whole thermogenic process and support a healthy metabolism.
So it's not just the main ingredients. It's like supporting all those processes in the body.
Right. It's about the whole system.
So it seems like these ingredients are meant to work together in LIMU LEAN BURN.
Absolutely. The concept is synergy.
Synergy.
Yeah, where the combined effects are bigger than just adding the individual effects. They basically boost your metabolism and encourage your body to burn more calories and fat all day.
And the articles touch on some of the benefits from this.
Right.
Like enhanced thermogenesis and fat burning. Can you summarize those?
Well, one of the main ones is increased energy.
Okay.
And that's partly due to the caffeine.
Right.
But the L-theanine helps you have more sustained energy without the jitters.
Okay.
Another benefit is improved metabolism.
Okay.
Because thermogenesis means your body could burn more calories even when resting.
Right.
Some sources also suggest that it might suppress your appetite,
Okay.
especially with the soluble fiber.
Right.
That makes you feel full. Mm-hmm. And of course, the main benefit is that it supports fat burning.
Okay.
Because increased core temperature and that boosted metabolism can help reduce stored fat.
So these are all really good things if you're trying to manage your weight.
Yeah, exactly.
But we have to be realistic, right?
Absolutely.
What are some things to keep in mind when using LIMU Lean Burn?
Well, you need to understand that it's most effective when you use it with a healthy diet and regular exercise.
Right. It's not a magic bullet.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the sources do mention that some people might experience mild side effects.
Okay.
Things like digestive issues, headaches, or trouble sleeping, which could be from the caffeine.
Right.
So you should always stick to the recommended usage,
Okay.
which is usually 1 to 2 servings a day.
Gotcha.
And don't combine it with other things that have stimulants.
Right.
And drink lots of water.
Okay, cool. And some people should be more cautious, right?
Yes. The sources say that if you have any health conditions or take medication,
Okay.
or if you're pregnant or nursing, you should definitely talk to your doctor before using LIMU Lean Burn or any other supplement.
Right.
And if you're sensitive to caffeine, you should talk to your doctor too.
Yeah, that's all really important. Okay, so to wrap up, can you give us a summary of how LIMU Lean Burn supports thermogenesis and fat burning?
Sure. Basically, LIMU Lean Burn is designed to enhance thermogenesis and support fat burning.
Okay.
It does this using a blend of natural ingredients
Right.
like green tea extract, natural caffeine, conjugated linoleic acid, L-theanine, and B vitamins.
Right.
All of these ingredients work together to increase metabolic rate, help break down and use fat for energy, and support your overall energy production.
Okay.
But it's important to remember that this is meant to be used alongside a healthy lifestyle.
Right.
So you need a balanced diet and regular exercise for the best results.
Yeah, that's a great summary. It really shows how understanding the science behind this can help you make better choices.
Right.
You know about your health. And maybe this has even made you curious to learn more about some of the things we talked about.
Yeah, I hope so.
As always, if you have any questions or want to explore more, let us know. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
You're welcome.
Thanks for tuning in to the iRogaya Wellness Podcast. Remember, small steps lead to big changes. If you're curious about the products we mentioned today, you can find them all at irogaya.com. That's AIROGYA.com. And hey, use the code IROGYA15 at checkout for a 15% off discount. Please note that the code is not applicable for Europe, some parts of the Middle East, and South Africa. Until next time, keep taking those steps towards a healthier you.